Hello friends, let's discuss the week's current affairs. We begin with a question on, Africa's one of Africa's foremost militant groups, the M29. What does M23, what does it stand for? M23 is March 23. It's a militant group quite active in Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, this area here. Eastern, this particular area. And it's not just here, it's written shown as inset, not really inset. It's a little expansive area, and this area is showcased here as well. Now, before we discuss this particular militant group and what its activities are about, let's look at who are these guys. These guys, my friends, are Tutsis. They are pro-Tutsi. I'll write in white, but I think white would be a lot more dominant here. In which way, let's see. Tutsi. Now, Tutsi is a tribal group. It's a major tribe in this part of the world. The Tutsis form a substantial number in the eastern DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. This country, you see here, this is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It is Africa's, I guess, second biggest, third biggest country by area, and I guess second base, in fact. Biggest country by area, 11th in the world. It's a pretty large country, you can see there. But except for the capital here, Kinshasa, most of the country is underdeveloped. These are all equatorial, dense equatorial forests here. Okay. Now, let's focus on that area. That's where the Tutsi people live, and the Tutsis historically have been at the receiving end in a country called Rwanda. You see this country here called Rwanda. This is Rwanda. Again, yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to use red here. This is the tiny country of Rwanda. Okay, this you could see here, Rwanda. Now, Rwanda, my friends, is home to the majority tribe called Hutu. Hutu is a majority tribe in Rwanda, and the smaller tribe is the Tutsi tribe. And such is their animosity. While historically over centuries, these guys have lived together with each other generally in peace, there have been violent clashes between these two tribes. In 1994, between April and July, and I think sometime it started in April and ended in July, in a matter of 100 days, 8 lakh Tutsis were killed, butchered by Hutus, the majority tribe in Rwanda. So, ladies and gentlemen, 8 lakh Tutsis were killed in Rwanda in a matter of 100 days. This is because the other person is different, belongs to a different tribe. That's about it, nothing more than that. Yeah. So Tutsis today are in power, of course, in Rwanda. Paul Kagame, the president of what is this place? Rwanda, is a major backer of this pro-Tutsi group. Pro-Tutsi group. So these guys don't like the Hutus. In which way, the M23, how did the name come? March 23, in 2009, a local militant group called the National Congress for the National Congress for the Defense of the People. That's the name. National Congress for the Defense of the People. National Congress for the Defense of the People. Okay, this group entered into a deal with the government of the DRC. Now, the deal was about you will integrate us, you will give us greater access to our resources, which this is quite famous for its cobalt, alumina, all kinds of mineral based, diamonds as well. But they believe that these guys here are looting away the wealth of this region and leaving the people impoverished. So these guys fought a war, long-standing war, and finally these guys signed a deal. But again, the atrocities of the government of the DRC did not stop, and these guys went back to holding the gun. So in 2012, okay, these guys started forming. So they got their name from the day the ceasefire started in 2009, okay. March 23rd, 2009, the ceasefire started, but didn't last long. So, ladies and gentlemen, March 23rd, 2012 is when this particular March 23 militant group started. So the date is significant of the day. The ceasefire took place in 2009, but again, because the date became, famous rather infamous, these guys went back to that, naming their organization March 23rd. What do these guys do? Well, they kill. They kill, my friends. They kill their own people. Such are their atrocities that recently in this place called Goma, there is a place here called Goma. Okay, this inside picture is here. Okay, this is this region here at the canal. There is a lake here at the tip of the lake. I have visited this place through Google Earth. You may wonder, is that a visit? Well, it does not require a passport, or visa. So this is a very it's an impoverished place, my friends, very poor place. And 3,000 people were killed in 2 days in this place, in the battle between the M23 rebel group and the government forces of the DRC. People die in all these kinds of things. Ordinary people died, my friends. And if you would see the violence in these places, it will boggle your mind. If you would see the kind of extraordinary tools they use. They use machetes, chainsaws and all kinds of things to kill people. So the answer, of course, is the militant group aiming to control DRC's mineral-rich East territory. That was it. It's so simple, but it's not so simple because there is a story behind this. Yeah, there are leaders who run the show here, Bisimama and Sultan Mangeri and all that. Not really important for you guys, but these guys run the show, my friends. See, they control the lives of millions of people in this part of the world. Okay, and this also happens to be one of the world's most violent places, not just for these rebel groups, but generally people are violent. Till recently there was a stat. I don't know how true it holds today, but there was a stat by the United Nations women's organization. It said that every 7 minutes, one woman is raped in this part of the world. It's a sad reflection, my friends. Any which way, from there, let's come to a very simple topic, Ramsar sites. Now, Ramsar sites are basically those wetlands which are to be protected. What are they? Wetlands. They are to be protected because of their flora and fauna, animal and plant life. And there is this, all these things basically they come under the Ramsar Convention. The Ramsar Convention. There is a place in Iran near the Caspian, on the Caspian Sea. This Ramsar Convention was signed in 1971 at a place called Ramsar in Iran. Now, in India, there are 93 Ramsar sites. These are to be protected. These are wetlands. Okay, 93 in India. So before these 4, there were 89. Now there are 93. And 4 that have been recently nominated: Sakkarakottai Bird Sanctuary and Tirthangal Bird Sanctuary in Tamil Nadu, Kichopalri Wetland in Sikkim, and of course the Udhwa Lake. The Udhwa Lake, ladies and gentlemen, is in Jharkhand. It's on the border with Bangladesh, West Bengal. It's almost there, my friends. Okay, it's almost on the border, in the border area of Jharkhand, West Bengal. Okay. This is also the site of a very famous battle between Mir Qasim and the East India Company. So, any which way, I just wanted you to become familiar with this. There are, what we said, how many? 93 Ramsar sites in India. The state with the highest number of Ramsar sites would be Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu. Okay, and the country with the highest number of Ramsar sites, wetlands, would be the United Kingdom. I think about 170. Yeah, and Feb 2nd, okay, is the World Wetland Day. World Wetland Day. World Wetland Day. So, Feb 2nd, my friends. Why Feb? Because on 2nd February 1971, this convention called Ramsar Convention was signed. Okay. So, from there, you could go to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wing Commander Subhanshu Shukla, and to take it further, I think we just should have come back to this particular thing. I don't know what happened. I think, yeah, technology things, they go wrong all the time, my friends, and I'm not greatly familiar with this. Now that we are back to the question, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this. This is Subhanshu Shukla. He's a wing commander. He is a pilot with the Indian Air Force, and you can see that this is ISRO's badge, flag of India, Indian Air Force, and all that. So he is going to be our first space astronaut, our space traveler, right after the first time we have had a space traveler after a long time. The last time was in 1984 when our Rakesh Sharma, squadron leader, I think was squadron leader, Rakesh Sharma went into space. Now this is Subhanshu Shukla, and 4 persons have been shortlisted. The first 3 are group captains. These are the group captains. Group Captain Prashant Nair, Ajit Krishnan, Captains Prashant Nair, Ajit Krishnan and Angad Pratap. The 4th one, of course, is Subhanshu Shukla. This is wing commander. Now, he is going to go to the ISS, International Space Station, aboard a mission called Axiom Mission 4. Axiom Mission 4. Okay. This is to be launched by a private company. It's going to be a private mission. It's going to be launched by a private company called Axiom Space. The name of the company is Axiom Space. Okay. So, from there you could look at something more. Let's look at the next one. As per the Economic Survey 2024, India's GDP is expected to grow anywhere between 3.3 to 6.8. It only shows how uncertainty has come into the end to play. See, global economic conditions are quite volatile, and maybe in the next class I'll tell you a little more about the global economic conditions. But as of today, my friends, as of now, we'll focus on the economic survey. The economic survey, remember, the economic survey is presented in the parliament a few hours before or a day before, like in the past it was 3 days before. Okay. Historically, the budget is presented on the 1st of February. And economic survey was presented either on the 28th or 29th, 2 to 3 days in advance. But this time it was a day in advance, and last year it was the same day of the budget. Okay. Now, I want you to tell you something. The economic survey is basically, it's an evaluation, it's an assessment of the performance of the Indian economy in the current financial year. So, when it is presented on, let's say, 1st February, okay. Let me bring to you, I think, 1st February it was, so February what, 2025. So, ladies and gentlemen, these numbers indicate it's a evaluation of the performance of, this, our economy in the current financial year, nothing more than that, okay. So, you may say, oh, financial year is not over yet. How are they going to evaluate this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's like this. The cutoff date is 31st December, okay, and they take the first 9 months, how the economy has done, various sectors have performed and all, and then they extrapolate the given conditions, the likely conditions in the future in the next 3 months, how things could pan out and all that. So they look at all that and extrapolate, and they come up with certain numbers, certain assessments, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you would find in the economic survey. Okay. It's not very certain. Normally they say around 6.5, but now they have given a wide berth, 6.3 to 6.8. 0.5% would be a significant departure, my friends. But then when they say between 6.3 to 6.8, they are budgeting for the fact that it could be anywhere between that number or even lower than that. Yeah. So, any which way, this is Ramesh Babu Pragnananda. Ramesh Babu is Papa, his dad's name. His name is Pragnananda. I think in Tamil culture, dad's name is written before the person's name, whereas in rest of India, especially North India, they write, the individual's first name comes, then Papa's name comes, father's name comes. I think in Tamil Nadu, if I'm not wrong, in this guy's case name, Ramesh Babu Pragnananda. Ramesh Babu is Pragnananda's dad's name. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our good old Ramesh Babu Pragnananda, just 19 years old chess superstar, and he recently won the Tata Steel chess tournament. It is held in the Netherlands city of Vietnam. It's one of the world's most foremost centers for chess, and you also have to understand that he defeated, he got the better of our Gukesh, Dommaraju Gukesh. It's mentioned, yeah, he just defeated Dommaraju Gukesh. Now, Prague, is world number 5. World number 5. Sorry, he's number 13, and Arjun Erigesi is world number 4. Dommaraju Gukesh is world number 5. Can you beat this? So there are, in the top 5, global top 5, there are 2 Indians. Number 1, as you know, is Magnus Carlsen of Norway. Number 2 is Fabiano Caruana of United States. Number 3 is Hikaru Nakamura, again of the United States. So top 3 has 2 Americans, 2 and 3, Caruana and what is his name? Nakamura. Number 4 is Arjun Erigesi. Number 5 is Gukesh, Dommaraju Gukesh, both of India. Number 10th is Vishwanathan Anand. Okay, and number 5, of course, we mentioned our undisputed king, world champion Gukesh. His sister R. Vaishali, Ramesh Babu Vaishali, and this guy are the only brother-sister duo to be grandmasters. That's some achievement, isn't it, my friends? It's a fabulous achievement. So, I mean, I'm sure that, there is this meme that said that, one would not like to be their neighbor. In fact, think about, what the neighbors would say. Look at the children of, Ramesh Babu, and look at what are you doing, basically. Isn't it? I know, no one would want to be in that kind of position. So, India had defeated, this is our Trisha. India had defeated South Africa in the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the tournament was held in Malaysia. It was held in Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur is the capital, one of the 2 capitals of Malaysia, the other being Putrajaya. Okay. Now, let me also take you further on this. While India won its second title, and after having defeated South Africa, what you know is to know the name of this fabulous women's player from India, Gongadi Trisha. Gongadi Trisha. So, let me write the name here, Gongadi Trisha. She is from our part of the world. Okay. Gongadi Trisha. She is a batsman par excellence, batswoman they call, batswoman par excellence. While the 2025 tournament is being held in, was held in Malaysia, the 2027, the one that's going to come, will be held in Bangladesh. It will be held in Bangladesh, my friends. Okay. So, from there to the next one. Who won the Album of the Year award at the Grammys Awards? See, there are 4 major awards in the Western world when it comes to entertainment, culture and entertainment. Let's say films, Oscars. I am taking the ordinary names. See, they are called Academy Awards and all that. So, films, Oscar Awards. Okay, music, Grammy. What are they? Grammy Awards, like this one. Where? Theatre, that is stage. Theatre, what are they called? Broadway awards are called Tony Awards. What are they called? Tony Awards. And TV shows. Yeah, television. They're called Emmy. What are they? Emmy. So, if you watch these OTT channels, you will find that nominated for 4 Emmys, that is TV shows. Okay. So, you got that extra information there. So, that's what I am doing here, giving you a lot more information that's there than this there in the question. Okay. One more thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that Beyonce was, I think she got the highest nominations, 11 nominations. She got 11 nominations, but she could gather 3 trophies. So, out of 11 nominations, she won 3. She won 3. Okay. Oh, this is Chandrika Tandon. Chandrika Tandon and a couple of her bandmates, they won, what is that? Best New Age Ambient or Chant Album. So, Chandrika Tandon along with, there are 2 other guys. Just remember the names of the guys. You know her name. Okay. You also would have read that she is a sister of the former CEO and chairperson of PepsiCo, Indra Nooyi. But let's focus on this question. So the other two are Walter Kellerman, okay, and Eru Matsumoto. So three persons created this album called Triveni. What is it called? Album called Triveni. The name of the album, Triveni, it's written there, and these are the other, other guys. So Wouter Kellerman and Eru Matsumoto, and of course Chandrika Tandon together won the Grammy for the best album, new age album, ambient and chant album. Okay. So not much to discuss for me other than this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you through Belgium. Bart de Wever is the new Prime Minister of Belgium. In green, you find Belgium here. Okay, it's a tiny country, pretty, except for the fact that it is home to the capital Brussels. What is it? Brussels. Brussels, as you know, is home to the European Union, and it's also the head office of NATO. Other than that, not really important. Belgium is not important. Okay. But who are these guys who run the show in these countries? Netherlands. You see, this is green. Belgium. Right above is Netherlands. This is Germany. And Netherlands' Prime Minister is Dick Schoof. Dick Schoof. Okay. Poland. Donald Tusk. Donald Tusk. T-U-S-K. Sweden. Ulf Kristersson. Ulf. This is Sweden. Kristersson. Someplace you will find O also, no problem. Finland. Petteri Orpo. Petteri Orpo. I think, yeah, that's the name. Petteri Orpo. Okay. There was this thing about Belgium, my friends. In the past, for almost 600 days or 450 days something, they could not form a government. The country had no central government because no party had one explicit outright majority, and there were coalitions, and the coalition partners could not come to any understanding. I mean, there are multiple parties. ABC could make a coalition, but C would not agree with what A had, or BCD could agree with, would not agree with, let's say within themselves they would not agree. So they almost for 1.5 years the country had no government. Beat that. And they always talk about don't have a strong democracy and everything. Yeah. India contributed about $37 million to the UN budget. How big is the UN's budget? Well, ladies and gentlemen, 3.7. What is this? $3.7 trillion is the budget. $3.7 billion is the UN budget, of which India contributed 1%. Yeah. The biggest contribution is made by the United States. United States. The framework agreement on the establishment of the International Big Cat Alliance came into effect on 23rd January 2025. IPCA aims for the conservation of 7 big cats. What are the 7 big cats? I mentioned this here: tiger, lion, snow leopard, jaguar, puma and cheetah. Okay. So, there are 2 snow leopards you could find in our Ladakh, reserve, national park called Hemis. This is usually found in Hemis. Hemis National Park, which is in Ladakh. I think it is one of the highest national parks in the world. Okay. So this has pretty limited number of things. India's government launched this on the 50th anniversary of the Project Tiger. That was in April 1973. That is when we launched it, 1973. But recently celebrated 50th anniversary. On that anniversary, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched this IPCA, and he invited different countries, and he said that you come in, we'll adopt global best practices, we'll learn from each other, conserve our cats, all that stuff. Okay. We'll stop illegal trade in all these, animals. That would also lead to stopping of poaching and all. First 5 years, India said we'll bear the expenses, 800 crore rupees. We will bear. You come in, bring in your best practices, and we'll spread this word. So as of today, about 5 countries have signed this deal. Few more will come. Yeah, hopefully. Maldives. This is Maldives, my friends. Okay. So, name the 13th edition of the joint military exercise between India and Maldives, that took place recently. Ecuador. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to become familiar with Maldives. This is Maldives. That's India, my friend. Okay, I think I need to clear this. This is, you can see that, this is mainland India here, Lakshadweep, which is here you would find Lakshadweep, this particular part where February is written, and you see this here, this is Maldives. It looks very big, isn't it? But it's a local map. It's a local map. Maldives has a total area of 298 square kilometers. 298 square kilometers. Just 298 square kilometers. Ladies and gentlemen, that makes it Asia's smallest country by area. I think, yeah. Smallest country. By population, it is the second smallest. This is the population. Okay. The smallest would be Brunei. As you know, Brunei is a tiny country in Southeast Asia. That population is about 4.5 lakh people. 4.5 lakh there, a little over 5.1 lakhs people here. And this is also spread across. You see this area, it is spread across 90,000 square kilometers. It is the world's most geographically dispersed country. Most geographically dispersed country. 90,000 square kilometers for this small. And it's also, I considered, the country with the lowest lying land. It's the lowest lying land. The average height of this country is 1.5 meters. Altitude above sea level. 1.5 meters. Okay. So, let's focus on a little more here. What about the choices here? The choices, my friends, are like Mitra Shakti. It's a exercise that we have had with Sri Lanka, military exercise. Nomadic elephant, Mongolia. Surya Kiran, Nepal. Varuna, France. So, India registered about 48% growth in forest tourist arrivals during the past 2 years, that is 23-24. The highest number of arrivals came from Bangladesh. Now, there was some skeptic who said that this could be illegals. We never know legal tourists, we just don't know who's coming in from Bangladesh. Most Bangladeshis come to India not to go around as tourists, but for medical tourism. The country with the highest number of tourist arrivals would be France. France last year received 100 million, that is 10 crore tourists. 10 crore tourists, my friends. Yeah. Second was Spain, 88 million, that is 8 crore. Can you believe that? United States received about 65 million. That's a lot of tourists, my friends. And we received 18 million. A country of such large geographical spread, huge cultural artifacts, great cultural monuments, yet we received 18 million people only, 1.8 crore. It's a lot of things are there. Infrastructure is poor. Culturally, we are not very accepting when it comes to the foreigners actually. Yeah, we don't, it's an open secret, we don't really respect foreigners. Which city will host the inaugural Global Justice, Love and Peace Summit that will see the participation of over 2,800 peacekeepers and Nobel laureates? Dubai, my friends. As you know, Dubai is in the United Arab Emirates. Okay. New Delhi, the capital of India. Riyadh, the capital of, what is that place? Saudi Arabia. Jakarta, as of today, it's the capital of Indonesia. Seoul, the capital of South Korea. But Dubai is not the capital of the UAE. Abu Dhabi is. Abu Dhabi is the capital of the UAE. OpenAI, Open Artificial Intelligence, is a company, my friends. signed a deal with the tech giant Kakao in South Korea as it seeks new alliances after Chinese rival DeepSeek shook the global AI industry. Who is the CEO of DeepSeek? This is Liang Wenfeng. We discussed this last week. Eddie Wu, my friends, he is current CEO of Alibaba. What is it? Alibaba.com. One of the world's largest retail companies. Masayoshi Son is CEO of SoftBank. It's an investment banking for investment, you could say venture capital firm. Jack Ma, he is founder of Alibaba. The first guy is the CEO, this guy is the founder of Alibaba. Pete Lau is the founder of I think this company called OnePlus, if I am not wrong. What is it? OnePlus. Not OnePlus. I think he is a I think he's OnePlus. I'm not very sure, not really familiar. It is OnePlus. He's the CEO of OnePlus. Two-time Grand Slam champion Simona Halep here has announced her retirement from tennis at age 33. Ladies and gentlemen, she comes from Romania. And she has won two Grand Slam titles, 2 times. What is it? 2018 French Open and 2019 Wimbledon. So French was clay, hard surface, and this is grass. So on both she excelled, my friends. Okay. Romania's capital is Bucharest, B-U-C-H-A-R-S-T, Bucharest. Bulgaria's capital is Sofia, Russia, Moscow, Serbia, Belgrade, Germany, of course, Berlin. What is it? Berlin. Identify the correct statements about Prince Karim Al Husseini Aga Khan, who died recently. This is Al Hussein. Yeah, all the statements are true. He was the 49th Imam of the Nizari Ismaili Shia Muslims. Okay, and of course he traced his entire family traces their lineage directly to the Prophet, Islamic Prophet Muhammad. Okay. His charities, of course, he was a big funder of educational, cultural and healthcare facilities. Now, he has been succeeded by his second son named Rahim Al Husseini Aga Khan, same thing. Okay, titled Aga Khan the Fifth. That's the official name, Aga Khan the Fifth. Considered one of the richest persons in the world, my friends. This man's personal wealth was valued at around $13.5 billion. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Yeah. So from there to the next one. So let's look at this one. Universal AI University is going to be set up in Mumbai. Not much to discuss here. It's a new place, so there's no track record for us to discuss also. So they're going to just launch this in Mumbai, Universal Artificial Intelligence University. The Central Zoo Authority has given its green signal to which state to establish India's first white tiger breeding center. Madhya Pradesh, this is going to be in a place called Rewa, R-E-W-A. Within Rewa, near Rewa, there is a place called Govindgarh. Don't worry, it's there, but you can say Rewa district. White tigers, basically people say that there is a story that melanin basically is absent here. That's the reason why the tigers are white. Yeah. As per the International Air Transport Association, which is IATA, which country's domestic flights achieved passenger load factor of 86.4%. Almost all flights are full these days, my friends. You travel anywhere in India, they are seriously expensive. But why are they expensive? Because there is a lot of demand for them. Okay, so air travel has become prohibitively expensive in India, but there is pretty little that we can do, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, India is a world leader in passenger load factor. That means that nearly 86% of the flights are full. 86% of the flight is full, average basically, which is huge, my friends. Okay. Between metros, they are full. Between not so popular cities, not so full, but then average 86. And this IATA is headquartered in a place called Montreal in Canada. What is it? Montreal in Canada, and it was established in 1945. You also need to know that it's headed by an Irishman called Willie Walsh. Willie Walsh of Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Ireland, Ireland. Okay. So, United States has withdrawn from the UNHRC, Human Rights Council. It's headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. What you need to know here is that, the UNHRC has 47 members. When I first read the list, not today, years back, I was wonderstruck. They had Iran as a member. They had Saudi Arabia as a member. Can you believe that? Some of the world's worst abuses of human rights: Qatar, China, Cuba. Today, they are all members currently. Cuba, China, what is that place? The Democratic Republic of the Congo, even today, the one that we discussed in the first question, DRC. So, they are all members, my friends, today. So, it only shows, that, when an abuser sits in a chair and presides over who is going to be an abuser, who is an abuser, identifies abusers, punishes them, it's a sort of irony, isn't it? Alphabet's Google recently announced update to its AI model named Gemini. What is it? Gemini. ChatGPT is an AI chatbot owned by OpenAI. DeepSeek, a company called Highflyer. See, DeepSeek is owned by Highflyer, which is owned by Len Wiangfeng. A while ago we discussed his name. Copilot, Microsoft. Of course, Claude by a company called Anthropic. What is it? Anthropic. So, all of this. Then there is Grok. What is it? Grok. Find out who has come up with Grok. I'll associate this guy's name, Grok, with Elon Musk. So, what's the parent company of Grok? Find out. Okay. Which country's currency is named Rial? Now, you may think, we are discussing current affairs. Why has only a static question come? No, I made it easy because Rial is seeing a very, huge slide when it comes to its foreign exchange value. Today, after Donald Trump became the president, one Rial, one USD, one American dollar is 42,000 Rials. That is, if you have 5 Rials, you'll be a lakpati. If you have $5, in Iran, you would be a lakpati, isn't it? It shows basically. And today we have, of course, our own currency sliding. Maybe I will begin the next class with a question on the currency value of why it's going up basically, or going down, as some people would see it. 87. Earlier it was 85. Now it's 87. What does it mean? First question, next class. Okay. So, what are the currencies? Jordan and Iraq both have dinar, but one is called Jordanian dinar, the other is called Iraqi dinar. Iran, of course, Rial. Rial is also called, sometimes it's called Toman. It's also called Toman. Israel, shekel. SHEKEL, shekel. And Syria's currency is pound. Syrian pound. As per the second asset monetization plan for 25-30, the government of India is looking at generating 10 lakh crore rupees. What is asset monetization? See, the government of India owns a lot of assets: airports, power plants, roads, rails, and all that stuff. Yeah. So, what the government of India says, hey guys, we own all these things. Why don't we turn them over to private company in exchange for paisa? They will manage the show for an X number of years, and after that, we can take them back from these guys. In the meanwhile, they will make paisa. They will pay us whatever they have tendered, quoted in the tender. and we can use the paisa we get from them to build new roads, new airports. This is called asset monetization. You're monetizing your assets. Like for example, the government of India owns airports in Trivandrum, Jaipur, Guwahati, and all these places. So tenders are floated as to who would, who could monetize them, who could, run them. So the Adani group won the contract. Now the Adanis run the airport, the maintenance of the airport, everything is their job, as if they are the owners. X number of years. Every year, the government of India gets a lump sum from Adani group. Okay, irrespective of what the Adani group makes, the government of India gets a lump sum. So they are monetizing their asset. At the same time, the same money is used to build new airports in places like Bhagalpur, where they have promised one. Got the idea? So that's asset monetization. So they plan to generate about 10 lakh crore rupees in the next 5 years, my friends. That's a lot of money. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Have a lot of fun. Stay curious and find out who owns Grok AI. Thank you.